So guys, I have purchased here India's top Bluetooth speakers which you can get under 1000 rupees. And today I am going to be doing some interesting tests with them, like their loudness test, their bass test, and I'm going to be doing complete feature comparison as well. Let's start our video. So we have selected the speakers on the basis of their top ratings and great reviews. And these brands are Boat, MIVI, MI and Portronics. So if I talk about the design here, with MIVI, MI and Portronics, you get great build quality and premium design. Even the material quality of all the speakers is quite good. But if I talk about Boat here, the material quality and the mesh quality was slightly average. And even its finishing was not that premium. And with Boat, MIVI and MI, you get a splash proof design which can keep your speakers protected from a water spillage or any kind of splashes. But if I talk about Portronics here, you do not get any water or dust resistance. And if I talk about the sound output here, with Boat, MIVI and MI, you get 5 watts of sound output. But with Portronics, you get almost 10 watts of output, which is actually quite good within this price range. Even you get really good battery backup with all these speakers here. And especially with MIVI and MI, you get 20 to 24 hours of battery backup. And if we talk about Boat and Portronics, you get almost 10 hours of battery backup. And that also is quite good as well. Even the Bluetooth range of all these speakers is quite good. And also you can use these speakers in dual mode setup as well. And in all the speakers, you get a built-in mic from which you can talk easily on call directly from the speaker. And if I talk about the ports here, with Boat, MIVI and MI, you get a micro USB option to charge the speakers, and along with that, you get an aux option as well. And if I talk about the Portronics here, you get a USB-C port for fast charging, and along with that, you get a USB-A option as well. So now let's start with the real-time test to check the performance of all these speakers. So let's start with our first test here, which is the loudness test. And we'll be keeping all the speakers on maximum volume, and we'll be using this sound testing device to check their loudness. And in this, higher the decibel number, louder the speaker will be. So now let's quickly start this test. So here we can see the Portronics speaker had the maximum loudness, as it comes with a 10 watt speaker output. And here MI and Boat also performed very good, as they were able to produce more than 100 decibels of sound. And finally MIVI was also loud, but not as loud as the other speakers. So we all love bass in our music, and a speaker with a good bass can definitely enrich our entire listening experience. So here we have taken a good bass heavy song, and we are going to be playing that song on every speaker. And we have kept here all the speakers on a similar volume output. So let's now begin our test here. So as per my listening experience here, I found MI performed the best, as it has a very good punchy and rich bass compared to other speakers. And it was also good in terms of surround sound. And immediately after that, Boat and MIVI also performed quite good, as the bass of those speakers was also quite rich and punchy. And if I talk about the Portronics here, it also performed good, but not as good as the other speakers. So we all enjoy the melodious classic songs as well. And to check that, we'll be playing a soft melodious song on all the speakers to check their vocal clarity and the melody. So let's quickly start our test here.
From the early warmth of May to the biting cold of late November gray, seems it shifted in a day.
So in this test, all the speakers performed quite well. Their instrumental and vocal clarity both were quite good. So while listening music, sometimes we also attend calls directly from our speaker. So we also check the mic quality of all the speakers here. So this is the mic input test for both speaker.
So this is the mic input test for both speakers. So this is the mic input test for MIDI speaker. So this is the mic input test for MI speaker. So this is the mic input test for Photonics speaker.
So here MI performed the best as the clarity of the mic was quite clear and loud, and immediately after that Boat and Petronix also performed good. But here MIDI performance was slightly average as the mic output was not that great. And as these are the portable speakers, we also checked their Bluetooth range in an open space. And you can see the results here. And here MI, Boat and Petronix performed very good as the Bluetooth range was almost around 30 meters. And if I talk about the MIVI here, it also performed good as it has a range of almost 20 meters and which is also quite good. So based on my personal observations, I would like to recommend MI as my first recommendation as it performed quite good in almost all the aspects and it also had a great build quality. And here my second recommendation to you will be Boat speaker as it also performed quite good in almost all the tests, but not as great as the MI one. And finally, I would like to recommend MIVI and Petronix as my third recommendations as they also performed quite good and they did not have any major drawback. Oh, while traveling, battery got over. So looking for best power banks, you can check the videos here. So like the video, don't forget to subscribe.